I'm not using mana. Through the unique red sermon, you basically get a notable that you are using your life instead of faith. And the build is focusing just self-healing, out-healing damage at the same time. So that's how I'm able to spam red sermon. I mean red sermon, zeal. But even without the red sermon, there's still a way to endlessly generate faith through rally. Nah man, I'm just a weak paladin, the weakest class in the game. There's a couple reasons why I'm using Rally as life. First of all, you can get 3 charges with Rally, which means basically when you have 3 charges, you get 15% increase crit chance with this note here over here. And either way, you can take even the life cost reduction, but I just like being unhindered. And also, with the unique pants, you get fortified through Rally. And because we are insanely healing throughout Fortify, with the imprint Fortify drain radius increased by 215%. So we are not only getting 45% movement speed, we're getting 15% crit chance. At the same time, if in the future I would get a decent grandfather, I could drop with Sermon, which at the same time, Valley is giving you faith. So you can run this setup on any skill you want, because you either way gonna be constantly holding one button, generating crit, chance, movement speed, and faith. So there's a couple reasons why I'm using my life, because either way, like my life is not dropping when I'm spamming rally. It doesn't matter because I'm instantly healing that back. It's a little tech that I created this season. The best tech to drop to its sermon. There isn't. There really isn't. Best options so far. Better than just farming Butcher, because unfortunately Butcher is the only layer boss that is dropping Red Sermon. You can gamble Red Sermon throughout buying two-handed swords with obels, and then just extracting the affixes, removing them. So now it's a common item. It has to be ancestral, keep that in mind. And then you just change that with the cube to a unique. And that's how you gamble the red summon. Jeez, I think I overpacked these, they're so tanky. You're probably gonna need to just get the imprint that fortify drain radius increase. Because without that, you're honestly not gonna be able to sustain your life drain. And at the same time, you're off with Zealot, you get in, I mean, it's 1%, but still, you get in the fortify. So even when I start ramping up Zeal, my health is dropping, but when I'm at 4 favor stacks, it's getting back up. So you just need the imprint, and you're fixing every single problem. And you need to get some way to generate the fortify. And yeah, with the Red Summon, there really isn't better ways just besides Butcher and gambling it with obols. Unless, what I noticed through the leaderboard, you can just download a third-party app and just get a random Red Summon, get like 10 GAs on it. So that's something people can do. But the normal way with the stuff that is available in the game, yeah, it's either gambling it or just farming it. Or you might get lucky and buy it on the marketplace. A decent weapon. But then again, you do want the increase to gem effects. Honestly, I've not played Clash. I've not really seen how Clash performs in Infernal Hordes. Honestly, it could be the same. Like, if the arena is small, so it might perform the same way. It might be a little bit slower. It might be killing stuff faster. I honestly have no idea. If you're running this build, specifically Tamariti is kinda pointless because you're getting the barrier when you're healing more than 100% of your life. For normal mapping, this could be fine, but like if you're pushing pits or doing Mephisto on Tom and 12, you basically are so low on your life with the dot damage, you're trying to out heal the damage over time. So you're literally not getting the barrier, so it's kind of a little bit pointless, so it's better to just get Arcadia, which rally will fortify you for 8% of your maximum life. And at the same time, the damage reduction when you're fortified, it could be good and it is bad at the same time, because on this build I am fortified for maybe a split second. Because it's instantly getting healed back throughout the life cost of Rally and Zeal. I do think maybe, yeah, I do have a key. I could go and fight him. So yeah, I'll just finish this run and I can give him a try again. He does have moments that he will still either way one-shot me no matter what I do. Because he has bullshit mechanics. But that's also fixable, just getting more life and resistances. But yeah, so far the build is very capable doing him solo, no problem. But yeah, with Mephisto, there is one thing I will definitely change. Because right now in my body armor, I basically get in +3 to all skills. It's just for increased damage and other stuff like that. And with Mephisto, you kind of want to have more survivability. So I will use Bulwark, just to be a little bit more tankier. So you see, my health bar is literally turning kind of the green color. That's the damage over time that this build is trying to out heal before we drop to 0. The second phase is a little bit more trickier because he does insane amount of damage, especially with the poisons that he's dropping. The laser beam that he's throwing, there's no chance. I don't think any build is capable of tanking that. But this, usually I'm able to tank it just with a couple more health potions. Without the health potions, I don't think there's an option to do that. So yeah, the beam, you have to dodge the beam, that's one-shottable. And again, these orbs, they do an insane amount of damage. So yeah, you get hit by that beam, you're dead. Even the Immortal Barbarian is not able to tank that. So I don't know what really you would need to have on a character to out-heal that, because the moment it touches you, you're dead. Stack Fortify as much as possible on every gear piece. If you do see any build guides similar to this, having like healing increased, don't, it's bait. The healing increase will increase the healing from the concentration, but not with Fortify. It's better to just get more Fortify generation. And also at the same time, if you cap your attack speed to 100%, the faster you're gonna hit, the more healing you're gonna get, because for each, let's call it a auto attack you do, you get the 1% fortified from your Zealot Oath. So the faster you will attack, the more fortify you will generate. So that's meaning more healing. My honest opinion about that, I started this game literally without the DLC, with the Lord of Hatred expansion. And yeah, it was fine, it wasn't that bad, but honestly, you're locked. Some of your skills, passive nodes are locked. You're not able to get them. Couple items are locked also. Because couple items, I think, let's even see if it's gonna say something like that. It literally says Lord of Hatred item. So you're not gonna be able to use this item, I think, if you don't have the DLC. At the same time, like I said, a couple skill nodes are locked, so you have, like, instead of having 3 choices of pathing, you have 2. It's just greedy, in my opinion. But eventually I did get the DLC because I started out as Druid, but the more videos I saw about Paladin, I just really wanted to play Paladin. So I got the DLC. And I do regret it at the same time, because giving money to a greedy company is like, it kind of sucks, but at the same time, I'm not having a bad time. Ow. So yeah, there are still a couple things that is one-shottable. I do need to increase my life pool to at least 50k, because not each run is gonna be success 100%. It kind of does, because the easiest way to max out your codexes is throughout just getting the obols and buying items with the obols from the merchant to get the legendaries. So that's how you can max out your codex fully. Because, like, take for example, um, if I hadn't these two maxed out, I would not be able to hit like 215%, for example. If I had a starter, I would have like 150 on that amulet, which is kind of low. We do want to have more and more healing. Yeah, no problem. But yeah, like, fighting Mephisto, he's just a bullshit boss. Sometimes you will able to out heal, out tank the stuff, but at the same time, I am missing armor on my pants. I am missing armor on my body chestplate. So with that, I'll be much tankier, so I'll be having a much easier time tanking him, especially with the resolved stacks. It'll be just more toughness and defenses. But yeah. Well, the warp run, basically, if you had played Path of Exile, is like your whole Atlas tree. It's not really that special, to be honest, in Diablo, but like, let's even take layer bosses, about layer bosses. So if you didn't have the war plan, you could not increase the level of the layer bosses. You can do that up to +2. So the higher level the boss has, the better quality of gear it will drop. At the same time, you can have a chance to get the Nemesis layer, where you can fight 2 bosses and they drop an insane amount of loot. Not specifically good loot, but they drop a lot, so you have a higher chance to get something decent. Then you can get a greater Nemesis, then you fight a little bit tougher version of the boss, and you get more loot. And then your ultimate Nemesis, you get more loot. So you can play the game without this, but the wall plans, the whole Atlas with the wall plans does help just farm stuff a little bit. Like, most of the bugged out farming strategies are with the Atlas. Like, take your Nightmare Dungeons, for example, that people were literally just not finishing it, not killing the main boss, and resetting it. They got the Treasure Bridge. They were able to farm Treasure Bridge all the time, because they never finished the map, they never killed the boss. just farm Nightmare Dungeons, obels, and buy items through the merchant with your obels, and that's how you can easily max out your codexes. That's what I did. That's what I'm still doing. Just buying random items. I think the best item that you can start buying for defenses that are cheap is the pants. Later on, you can go for amulets. Like, amulets have literally everything. They have utility, defenses, offensive. But yeah, you're looking for basically the stuff that you need. But with obels, it's the fastest and easiest way. And in general, just farming stuff. No, I've fully now committed to the Zeal. Like, the shield charge was nice, but overall I still having much more fun playing just the Zeal Paladin. Especially when I left the build kinda before the update with the Resolve. So I figured like I do need to kinda update it. So yeah, it is tankier. I'm not really a fan of stacking the Resolve. But at least we are much tankier now. Yeah, Blizzard is kinda just locking you out of the fun stuff if you don't get the DLC. Like, the whole purpose of the Lord of Hatred expansion was to fix the base game with the skills and other stuff. And they kind of just, put a paywall behind it, which they claimed they would never do, and they did. Well, the build update is on the channel. You can go and follow it. Yeah, just keep in mind, I honestly don't really have the early game progression with this build, because I kind of started with the whole Arbiter Wings, and then later on I transitioned into the build with Zeal. So I kind of never made a early game version, because I never had one. So just keep that in mind. I mean, there are a couple builds with Zeal out there. I think there's like at least 2 or 3. Of course, I did notice most of them did start with the whole evading things with Arbiter, and then I made my video about just standing in one place and face stack and everything, and out healing stuff. At the same time, they were building, what they were building, life on hit, and yeah, they just started copying my stuff. But most of them are decent, like, there's even one that made it to pit 125. But yeah, I'm just not really a fan, just using the evading. The same thing with the Paragon page Relentless, I'm not a fan of that, that you have to move to get the 80% damage modifier. The cooldown is nice, but like, if I want to stand in one place and just tank stuff, that's what I kind of want to do. So I'm moving 2 meters for 2 seconds. Yeah, Blast Shield does seem strong. I think Clash is a little bit stronger, but top builds are basically using the Thorns with Clash or Shield, Blast Shield, yeah. I unfortunately started with the Arbiter Wings. It was quite nice at the start, but then later on, kinda was boring, it fell off, I didn't really like it that much. Yeah, about the bug builds, like hell, did you guys even see what's going on with the ladder? what people items have, like 10 GAs items. Like I did watch the guy, his name is Silver. He's making like videos about the whole bug stuff with the game. He did basically explain what is going on. They are using like third-party stuff with the other. I don't know. I don't really understand half of that. But basically, they are like using tools that are not inside the game. Because like, if you're abusing a bug to farm stuff that is literally inside the game, that's kind of fine. Because at the same time, it will force at some point them to fix it. But when you start using a third party, take League of Legends for example, you start using scripts. That's something you should not be having. So yeah, they should literally right now reset the whole ladder if that's even possible, and fix this shit. It's not normal that you're having items with 10 GAs. Oh yeah, I do enjoy watching Silver. Like, there were a couple farm strategies I used. Like, I'm not a fan using the bug strategies farming, especially as I'm a PoE player, and in PoE, if you do, most of the time, like 80% use something that is bugged, not intended, you're getting banned, which is quite the opposite in this game. When you're using the bugged stuff that you should not be using, you don't kind of even get any consequences by that. But still, most of the stuff that he showcased, I will try it out 1 or 2 times, maybe a couple more times. But most of the times I don't touch it too often. Especially as a YouTuber, I kind of don't want to get banned. But then, what I'm gonna play? Yeah, they literally, that's what they literally doing. I kind of don't remember how exactly Silver explained this, but it was something to do with the official website Blizzard and a third-party tool that they were able to basically transfigure an item 30 times. And they were bugging it that way, and that's how they get these results with 10 GA items. It's just insane. And funny part is, most of them are still stuck in pit 140. How pathetic you have to be to use a third-party tool and still be stuck in a 140 pit with that insane amount of gear. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, I'm not hating on Diablo that it has bugs and other stuff, because this stuff does happen, especially in ARPGs. You will never have a perfect season or league. There will always be something. But then again, like, there's a difference where I see with PoE, that they actually do punish you if you are abusing something that is not intended, especially if it hurts the economy. Because in PoE, it's worse. You have the trade system, you basically all the time sell items, trade with people, you craft stuff, and once a lot of players start abusing something, it wrecks the economy. In Diablo, it doesn't really affect the game that much. People don't really trade on the trade side that much. The only part is with the eagle thing, with the ladder board. I guess that's it, but it doesn't really hurt Diablo that much as it would hurt PoE, for example. Oh yeah, with the pits. Well, if you do start a pit on a high pit level, and you end up with like a couple elite packs, you kind of want to first stack up before you die. Yeah, I do know people are like hoping they get a good run, that they get just trash mobs to kill so they can, then post their stuff online. I really don't care about that. If I'm doing a pit run and I have an elite, I'll most of the time fight it. If it's like too tanky that it'll take me like a whole 30 seconds, I'll just avoid it. Like, I'm not gonna reset the whole run because I have a couple elites in my way. I'll just go forward. I can't really say much about Diablo 3 as I honestly never played the endgame there. At the time, I think I was 14 when I first time played it. And basically, I got through the whole campaign. I was playing Monk. I was stacking crit and attack speed. I was using some kind of bell, I think. I don't really remember. But yeah, I did have a lot of fun, but not to the point that I would, grind the whole endgame. My stream. Honestly, Diablo has issues and it sometimes crashes my PC. I don't know why. I know there's a lot of people that are playing the game and they get a sudden crash. The PC just dies. Like, my PC is quite new. I have it like 3 months. I've never had a problem with any game with Path of Exile, Elden Ring, every game. I never literally had a problem up till now. That Diablo literally out of nowhere we just crashed my whole PC. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah. Like, in the end, you're playing a game. Like, not everyone is gonna be pushing pits to the highest amount. So yeah. But for me, pushing pits is kind of pointless. Like, the only reason I do it is to just get a form of proof that the build is decent and strong enough to do all content in the game. Like, if I would post a video, for example, this Zeal Paladin is able to do pit 100. Yeah, it is kind of impressive. I do know most people are not able to do that, but then again, when you see a video, oh, I'm able to push pit 120, that's more impressive. So people will probably more watch that guy. So yeah, I am suffering because of that. I need to push pits. I don't want to do that, but I have to. Yeah. I mean, you kind of can, but like, you do have what, 4% for the upgrade? Like, maybe other classes don't suffer so much with the pits because they scale better, they're not like this nerd, but like for Paladin, I think leveling up your glyphs is literally the only way, just doing pit 100 and hoping you get lucky. I mean, I'm perfectly fine that my glyphs are at level 120. Most of them were at 100 for a long while, and that was perfectly fine. Like, as long my character is able to do every single content in the game by itself, I honestly don't see a reason going further than level 100 glyph. What did they do to Castle? Because I haven't played this game since Season 1, so I kind of don't know how Castle was functioning before. Oh shit. Well, that is a heavy nerf. I do know, for example, with the Fanaticism Aura, I think it's called. Um, yeah, this one. It used to have a separate bucket with attack speed. Uh, so I do know that people were able to stack literally 200 attack speed with that. Oh yeah. It is a shame that we don't have any information about the breakpoints attack speed for Paladin. There are for other classes. I would love to have some for Paladin to know how much attack speed I actually do need to hit the next breakpoint. But yeah, they just threw Paladin to the garbage. It's a very fun class. It has such a variety of ways to play it, and they just yeah. Like for example, Judicator, in my opinion, is unplayable, especially with the charm set. You need to judge a enemy to get a stack. You want 40 stacks, and in a boss fight, you're not gonna stay there and fight the boss fight for 2 minutes till you get your 40 stacks. It's ridiculous. They should literally rework this straight away. They did rework a druid charm. Why won't they rework this? Like, I haven't seen a single Judicator build. Nowhere. The whole charm set, I guess it's fine for like map farming and other stuff, but for bosses, Jesus, no way. Yeah, I did try also to make it work. I kinda did make it work that I was able to get, I think, 3 stacks per ability, but it was just still too slow. It's not worth the effort. Like, if you're doing the end game and you have everything maxed out, you want to kill the boss instantly and not stay there for 30 seconds stacking up. Yeah, I think I was using Purify to get the stacks for the Judgment build I was doing. So, how many of you are going to be playing PoE? It's going to be out in a couple days now. Jesus, I didn't find the key. No. Ah, there it is. Got it. Well, they have reworked the whole endgame in PoE, so even I am going in blind completely, not knowing stuff. But yeah, PoE is definitely more complex. Like with Diablo, I basically even being new to the game, I just walked in and I kind of figured out stuff. I didn't really check any videos about guides, how do I do this and that. Well, good news that I think PoE will be out probably beginning next year, maybe this year. So it will finally be free to play, like the first game. So that's some good news. Yeah, PoE is a little bit more time demanding. Unless you like do know what you're doing with crafting, then you can kind of play the game, even if you don't have time. Because either way, you're still making the currency, so you're still going to be able to get the items you need. So I think being a crafter in PoE is the best option if you are limited with your time. Crafting is more refined in PoE. If we are talking about the first game, then yes. I've not really played it much. But if we were talking about the second game, I would say it's more of a gamble than crafting, to be honest. Like in Diablo, when I get an item that I find that I like the affixes, you start crafting, you start tempering it, you start putting an imprint that you want to have, then you quality up, then you masterwork it, and you pick the masterwork, eventually hitting the one you want to have. Then you put sockets, gems. For me, that's crafting. In PoE, you basically slap a exalt and hope that you get something good. And basically that's it. The only difference is that you can actually buy items from other players to craft on bases or just a complete ready item to go for. And Diablo, you can do that, but the market is just limited. There's not that much stuff you can buy. think Diablo now did kind of do a gambling thing with the transfiguration. So it's the same thing as you would put a corruption on an item in PoE. Because in PoE the corruption isn't really that powerful like in Diablo. If you do hit in the increased gem effect, then that's huge. And PoE, I think if you would hit like 30 spirits on the helmets, that's decent, but like that's not like changing your whole build. Yeah, I'm having a much more hard time trading with people now than a week ago. Like most of them, they place an item for 20 billion. I send them the request, dude, I want to pay you that 20 billion. He reads the message after an hour, he doesn't respond. And what the fuck is going on? Like, do you want the gold or do you not want the gold? Why did you post that item on the market then? Yeah. Or when you yourself post an item on trade and you know the value is like 5 billion, they will send you an offer. Oh, dude, I'll give you like 50 million for that. Like, come on. Yeah, the worst part is, I started doing that shit myself. I would literally get a message and I would ignore it. Because I'm a human being, like, these people are ignoring me, I'm gonna do the same. Because just my ego is hurt. But yeah, it would be nice to see a little bit more advanced market in this game. I think it would be good. Like yesterday I was trying to buy the Flawless Horadric Ruby. They usually go like 25 billion to 30. Of course, the guys that posted the rubies for 25, no response. The guys that had for 30 billion, yeah, immediately they added you. But then again, like 20 billion isn't like a low price. If I saw a 20 billion offer on something that I know it's worth it, I would literally log into the game. Even if I'm not inside the game playing, I'll literally go, turn my PC on and trade with you. Yeah, so far they're kind of doing a good job with certain items that when you craft an item, it gets account bound. That is good, because it forces the player to literally play the game and craft the item himself. But like, PoE had this also. We didn't have, before we had the trading system that you had to teleport to the player and trade with him. Now the system is that you teleport to his stash tab, you look at his stash tab, what he has stuff that you find attractive to buy, and you just buy it. No interaction, no talk, you just buy it. Oh yeah, people are loving that trading system now. The only downside is that if you are trying to buy some stuff in bulk, examples, there are stuff for 1 exalt, you want to buy splinters for ritual, they are 1 exalt. Some of them will be 10 exalts, so they are still, you know, scamming you. But that's, then again, you kind of have to look for that yourself, how much you're paying. They did give a message warning also that this is the same item, but the price is different. So the game is warning you that you might be paying more than you should be. Well, that's how I kind of made my gold in the first place, by selling layer keys and greater layer keys. That was my way of making gold at the start, so I could get the items I wanted, because in the end, like, I'm not gonna play this game 10 hours a day, farming stuff, or bugging stuff to get items. Um, what attracts me to PoE? Honestly, I would say that the gameplay is a little bit slower. But then again, if you're playing bows, then it's literally the same stuff like Diablo. You just speed running the maps. But at the start, in 0.1, I really liked that it had like a Souls-like feeling, that you had the dodge roll, you actually had to dodge, boss mechanics. Playing the warrior felt really good at the beginning, because it was kind of this class that it was the slowest class, but it was the hardest hitting class. And in general, the whole itemization, the build crafting, it's much more advanced. In Diablo, when I made a couple builds, I felt, especially with the Zeal, throughout the whole hours I'm playing this character, I feel like nothing really changed. This character feels the same, does the same stuff, nothing changes. The only thing that changes is the numbers I'm seeing, how much more damage I'm doing. In PoE, it's kind of different, because you can literally change how the skill is functioning. You have lightning arrow, you want to shoot 4 lightning arrows, you can do that with a support gem. So you have a little bit more options what you can do. You're using interdiction. What is interdiction? Um, this one. So you basically cap on your block. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I kind of didn't like it, to be honest. I much prefer to have rally that I can spam it and get the crit chance with the movement speed. For me, it just feels more comfortable. When it comes to PoE 1, I can't really say much. I've played the game maybe 20 hours. I got to Act, I think, 3, so I can't tell you much about PoE. I never really enjoyed PoE 1. Uh, Probably most of the cases that the game is just overloaded with stuff that I didn't really want to spend too much time. Especially when I did try it, it was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. I had a fucking brutal job doing 12-hour shifts. I really didn't have the time to spend learning all of this stuff. And that just got me to not play the game really. And also the graphics. They're not like awful, but the graphics also had an impact for me not really liking the game too much. Yeah, I know. With the block hole thing, I did try that out. Um, Still, I kind of didn't really like it too much, because then again, I would need to drop either beacon, which beacon is giving quite a lot of stuff with resistances, but the shield one is also giving you, but you get attack speed over here, some crit chance, some damage over here. And then again, like, if I would drop this imprint, that I'm generating resolve stacks, and instead I got the block, then I kind of am forcing myself with Defiance Aura to get this notes back, which is much worse because you're getting 2 resolve stacks for every 1 second. And ideally, I kind of want to get the resolve stacks immediately than waiting too long. I mean, look, I do think both games are good. Both games are deserve to be played, and they are both enjoyable. Diablo just had a really bad time getting the seasons right, because my friend, he played Diablo a lot. Basically, what he explained to me that the problem with Diablo was with the seasons that it was like powers with powers and powers. There really wasn't like a true season. That this season is like the first true season. And when I saw that some PoE content creators started playing Diablo, they were like, holy shit, this game is actually good now. Then eventually I gave it a try and I'm having fun. I think I have like 200 or even more hours played so far. I'm not really bored. I'm still playing the game. I still I want to improve my character. So I do think they have made really big, good changes. Just the question is now, are they going to keep the charms for season 14? Are they going to keep the cube for season 14? Are they going to keep the other stuff that is making this season fun? Because if they suddenly remove this, then it kind of sucks. Because this is a nice way for your character development, and they could actually take some inspiration for PoE. PoE, when it releases a league, some of that content stays inside the base game. So there's like more stuff to do, there's more stuff you can create, different builds, because you have literally more tech and mechanics to work with. Oh yeah, because that's a utility. You can transfigure it on the amulet. But still, I much prefer to have the fortified drain because I want to heal more. And okay, that's complete. What stuff did they put from Diablo 3 in the Lord of Hatred? I'm not really too sure. It's been so long since I played that game. I only played the campaign after all. Trying to follow my build while you're new to the game. I would not really recommend following this version. Um, I really should put the early game version for this character, because I started with Arbiter Wings and then I transitioned into this version when I already had Mythics and other stuff. But for the whole progression throughout the torments, you do want to just get basic stuff: physical damage, vulnerable damage, crit damage, if you can, of course. I think the biggest power spike is going to be charms. I do remember when I was in Torment 4, I got my whole charm set. with the disciples. It's instantly spiked me up to Torment 7, so the charms are pretty powerful. Yeah, I would really love to see them keeping some stuff that they make now in the game. Like, leave the war plants alone, leave the cube, leave the charms, give the players something to grind, something to do. Because if in season 14 I'm gonna see powers, I don't think I'm gonna even play the game. I mean, it depends what kind of the powers are gonna be, but uh, but still, the game has improved since I played it back in season 1. Now you can do Inferno Halls, you can do Nightmare Dungeons, the pits, the Undercity, Hell Tides. There's like so much stuff you can do. In the end, it's the same stuff. You're still killing basically the same monsters, but you have options. I don't think I'll be playing Necro this season. I did start a character. It was my first character was Necromancer. Then I figured I kind of liked the Druid back in season 1, so I went and made the Druid. But the pounds didn't feel that amazing as I remembered. So eventually I bought the game and went for the Paladin. And at the same time, I'm not really a big fan of minions. I literally just fall asleep. So that would be a bit shameful of me to do, to fall asleep on a stream. But I did see on TikTok there was some guy with the ultimate, the Army of Death. There's like a charm set that he's trying to make the ultimate permanent that you can literally spam it. I'm like following the guide to see what he's eventually going to create with that. Gex, what do you mean you're dying with your abilities? That's why you have the imprint with the fortify drain rate increase, so you don't die. So when you generate the fortify, you heal back. The war plan, yeah. The only issue I have with the war plans is that you can't target the content you want to target. Like for example, I'm almost able to get the rank 10, so eventually I'm gonna maybe possibly I'm gonna be seeing the mythic rewards, but I'm not able to target the stuff I need. So that's something they need to fix. At the same time, sharing the war plans with your characters. Like, why is the game preventing me from making a new character and forcing me to do all these war plans again, which is very time consuming. Like, you're not gonna do the whole war plans in like a couple of days, especially if you're working, have a family. You're not doing that in a week time. So the game is kind of forcing you to either play the same character with your war plans already leveled up, or just make a new character and suffer. So it's like punishing you for creating a new character. Well, when it comes to me, when I make my characters, the builds, doesn't matter what game. Mm, my friends, like, they hate on me that I spend like couple hours in the training room testing other stuff. But like in the end, when I'm making a character, I want the character to function on the highest level possibly to get as much power you can. For me, the build has to be fully optimized. So I most of the time I just waste testing stuff instead of actually playing the game. Did I try scaling Divine Lance with the Zeal modifier? I did try Divine Lance, and it does feel good. I did even put on the Grandfather. The only problem is that it doesn't have such a wide range as Zeal, and it does feel kind of clunky. I'm not gonna lie, and because of that, it feels much slower. Yeah, it could be. I did see a build with Divine Lance with the Zealot. The guy did 130 pit, I think. There's a whole build guide on Maxville. I did give it a go with a couple of my items that are very similar with imprints. It's not weak, but I just find Zeal more comfortable to play with. No, he was using the unique weapon that empowers your Divine Lance when you impale the first opponent. I think that weapon with a shield. Oh yes, sir. There's no way I'm putting out a build on YouTube that is not optimized. It can be weak, I don't care, but it has to be optimized. I did try to make a condemn build also, because the skill just is nice. You get the movement speed, it has a huge AoE. And yeah, like, it's just the scaling isn't there. One thing I don't like about the Paladin, that the Paladin is really kind of locked behind the unique weapons. Like Zeal, for example, you need the Red Sermon, and you kind of have a much harder time to transfigure it, because you just limit how much Red Sermons you can get, than rather than a normal legendary. Hell, even grinding for a grandfather to get the gem increase is much easier than getting the Red Sermon. Paladin definitely suffers from that, especially this season. I don't know how it was before, but yeah. Like even the barbarian, I think he has some nice unique gloves that increase the damage of the whirlwind or something like that, or it pulls the enemies closer. I don't really remember, but still, those are gloves, and he can use any weapon he wants. Like he's not locked behind a unique weapon that he needs to use to do damage with a specific skill ability he wants to use. Yeah, I can show you, no problem. It's nothing too special. I do have two good affixes on it. Of course, the transfiguration kind of sucks. There we go. Yeah, this guy didn't die. So yeah, like this weapon, I have it, I think, from the start when I started playing this character, this specific build. I mean, I haven't really changed it. I'm trying to change it. I'm crafting the red sermons all the time or farming them. I am not able to hit anything better than the max life. And it just sucks, because it's a month now to the season, and I'm just losing so much power. And yeah, I did hear that the uniques, they used to have their own stats. You weren't able to like, how to say it? Like with the normal items, the rare items, the legendary items, you get random affixes. And now you kind of get the same thing with the uniques. Gags, thank you for the super like, man. I very appreciate it. I mean, Ace, if you got the gem string increase on your weapon, I think you still won, to be honest. Because either way, if you do get the max holographic flawless gems, it's like 120 increase of damage. It's still huge. So I think it's still a win. Oh yeah, Astaroth, yeah. I do know sorcerers, they do need a specific unique from him. So it's something for something, like it's the best class in the game, so you want to play the best class in the game, go suffer. It's basically that simple. I do hope they revert the changes to uniques. Because if the paladin especially, that so far I'm enjoying the class the most, most of his abilities is locked behind unique weapons, well I kind of would want to have, access to just having the same stats on the weapon, so it's much easier to craft it with the tempers and then the transfiguration. I mean, look, with the uniques, I do get what they are trying to do. It's basically to keep you playing the game longer, to have you grind more. It would work if every class had a weapon that they needed, a unique weapon that they needed to use for their main skills. I don't know really about the rest of the classes, but I do know Sorceress doesn't really need a unique weapon. The Barbarian also kind of doesn't need one. But Paladin suffers. You want to use the Divine Lance. Go get yourself a unique weapon. You want to use Zeal. Go get yourself a unique weapon. Um, I think even there are uniques for Clash. So Paladin is really locked behind those unique weapons. That would not be a problem if we didn't have gem increase. But because we can hit the gem increase on the weapon, we are kind of suffering from that. Out of curiosity, do you guys know about the bug with the Infernal Hordes? That you can get an insane amount of loot. And honestly, I think it's the best way to even farm Forgotten Souls. Because the amount of uniques that you're dropping is just ridiculous. I mean, all you have to do is honestly just get a couple points with your war plans and then go to a Nightmare Dungeon, layer boss, and back inside the Infernal Hordes. I don't think it's worth it if you're like lacking with materials. For that purpose alone, it's worth it. But yeah, I still have my wall plans even set up for that because I tried it a couple times. I mean, the loot is like, it's not really something we need. I don't think really any class needs the loot from the Beast and Ice, I think it's his name. But just for the materials alone, how much you're able to salvage, it's kind of worth it. Ah, yes, they are using a lot of the free stuff. I mean, I guess any build actually can utilize the freeze just by having the wolves. What? What was that? 4 GAs. Oh my god. That's called streamer's luck. And it even has the Zealot's oath. Damn. I mean, it is an upgrade. This is literally an upgrade for my rings. Holy shit. I think I have to stream more. Like, I never got a 4 GA with such good affixes. Damn. So it is true. You stream, you good luck. And honestly, I could probably sell this for like 200 billion. Maybe 100. So the question is, do I keep this or sell it? I don't know. I'm gonna keep it for now. So this weapon, like, is kind of good. It would be sellable. But again, who would play Divine Lance with holy damage? I'm probably guessing it's way better with the Zealot transition. Maybe someone will buy it, who knows. Damn, so many obols. Well, I guess I can gamble a couple weird sermons then. Well, if I'm this lucky streaming, maybe I'll hit the gem effect. Um, Probably there's even not a single decent one. And this one is okay. Holy damage. Holy damage again. And again. Oh shit! Now imagine hitting gem effect on this. I think I'm gonna just first upgrade this. So I might hit the gem effect, but then I'm not gonna have a upgradable item, which would suck. What new patch notes? You mean about the 26th of May? Do you know if you 321 3 GAs, you will get a GA back? Yeah. I mean, still a GA. And this one hit too. I don't think it doesn't matter how many GAs you put inside, it's just random. You can get 0 GAs, you can get 4 GAs. I think it's just random. No. Yeah, so when you reroll 3 red summons, you get a new one, and you can get, I think, more than 1 GA, like this one got 2. Thank you, Blizzard! We got holy damage. Life on hit, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, you know, at this point, I really don't care about the GAs on the weapon. I just want to finally hit the gem effect increase. It's much more stronger than getting all GAs. I would rather have a non-GA weapon, just if I can have the gem increase. Why he doesn't want to teleport me? Jesus. Exactly! It goes, I think, to what? 300%? 200? Something like that? I think it was 300 I saw. Yeah, I do have a gem increase on the helmet. So that's why I'm able to get rid of strength a little bit, not all of it, but some of it from other items. What do you mean I'm blessed? Do you know how many helmets I had to craft to finally get that? Hours of hours playtime. I think about 50 or more. I'm not exaggerating, like, there was a lot of helmets I bricked before I got the gem increase effect. Ah. The only problem now that I have with the whole resolve stacking thing, if you do hit the gem increase effect on helmet or body armor, doesn't matter, and you're still able to transfigure it, you then end up in a decision that you do want to masterwork your maximum resolve, but then again you would want to masterwork your gem strength increase. So which one do you decide to do? Because then again, strength is giving you damage, but maximum resolve is giving you damage with fortress on bosses, but it's giving you tankiness. And then again, you're losing like 5, I think, resolve. So I think I would go with the gem increase for the masterwork. I mean, if when it comes to the main stat, like for Paladin Strength, I don't think it's worth it going too extreme with it. To like get all the benefits from your rare notes on the Paragon, yes. So that's somewhere around, let's say, 2700 strength. Going further above than that, I don't think it's really worth it if you're able to get strength on different pieces of your gear. So that's why when I did eventually hit the strength increase on the helmet, I'm just slowly dropping strength from a couple more items, getting other stuff like life. On the rings, I'm probably gonna get attack speed, or maybe life or something else. I mean, yeah, we do get some armor from strength. I'm not saying strength is bad. I'm just saying that I don't think it's really worth it going too overboard with it. Ah, so wait. Wait. The boss has spawned. I killed the boss. What's going on? What the fuck? Uh, did it at least count? Of course it didn't. Oh, and of course, and I missed the butcher. So maybe that's why. Yeah, it's just insane how much bugs this game has. Like, I kinda do understand that they had to work on the new class, so the new class functions so it doesn't get buggy and other stuff, but you still had bugs that were fixed, of course. But yeah, like, you're not gonna have every single person playing the new class, just the base game. Fix the base game. There's one thing I do need to see, because I know Quinn was playing Diablo and he always plays hardcore. I need to see a couple clips of him. He was dying. Like, in PoE, he always is playing the hardcore mode. Act 3, there's a boss, the gorilla. And he always would die to that boss, he would just get slammed. What is the anime picture? That's the thumbnail for the live. What do you mean anime picture? Ah, you mean my logo? It's just some random picture I took from Google, and then I just changed it a little bit, the filters and other stuff, the coloring, and I just added my name, and that's it. I basically did the same thing with the intro. Look, when I played Season 1, the Butcher was a menace. When I saw the Butcher, I would not fight it, I would just run. I don't know what they did to the poor guy, but for me, from my experience, he became kinda a joke. He's not that, terrifying. So that was one of the things I loved. The Butcher was just so overpowered. He would stun lock you, he would do ridiculous damage, you would try to escape, he would pull you back in. Now you just kinda see him, you kill him. Yeah, kinda. But that's like my memory from 12 seasons ago. Like you literally saw The Witcher, you just yeah, I'm not dealing with this, I'm leaving. I never actually did PvP here. My experience with PvP back in season 1 was basically I was playing I think Necromancer, and I had some stuff to do in the PvP zone, and basically some barbarian with whirlwind, he would just keep on pulling me inside, killing me over and over. So yeah, I didn't really have a great experience, so I'm definitely avoiding PvP. But that now makes me curious. How much would I be able to tank in PvP zone and out heal the damage? Yeah, I'm basically speed running the wall plants because I'm 9 out of 10. I'm gonna have it maxed out soon, so I'm gonna be able to get the mythic rewards. Because you need a fully maxed out wall plan for that. So that's what I'm kinda doing, I'm just skipping everything. There we go. You can see my build on the channel, there's a update to it. I made it like I think yesterday or 2 days ago. You have a whole max roll with the items and other stuff. You see, I don't know if you guys know, but with the wall plants you are able to get mythic rewards, and you are able also to get mythic unique charms. So you can even get the grandfather as a unique charm. And I kind of do want that. You can get the Air of Perdition as a unique charm. You can drop Flawless Horadric gems also. So either way, if you're doing the wall plants, so it's kind of good to max it out eventually. Oh yeah, of course. 29th of May, I'm going PoE. Gonna have to grind though for a bit. Like for me, Diablo, it's still lacking in some content. I do believe that I've done everything that I wanted to do in the game. And I could start a new character, but then again, like, it'll be repeating the same stuff. Yeah, go ahead. I'm probably gonna be streaming tomorrow also, so feel free to join anytime. I'll see right now. So it's 9 of 10. Oh shit, I need 2 points activity. So I do need to finish lower bosses. So that's like, I think 2 reruns. And then Inferno Hordes. And this is gonna be time consuming with the Hordes. But yeah, in the end, I do think it's worth it. Like, if you do have a chance to get the mythic rewards and you do hit a mythical unique charm, oh, like, that's so much power added to your character. Oh yeah, I've been farming them for 2 days now. Not like hours and hours. I do know there are maniacs out there who would do it in 1 day. But yeah, it's time consuming. Like, you call this game the game for people that work, for families, dads, and then you put them through hours of just doing infernal hordes to max their wall plants. It's torture. I don't think there's many people that enjoy infernal hordes, especially compared to how much more rewards you get from hell tides and other activities. Yeah, it's almost like a second job, isn't it? Good luck out there. Of course, as long as we're having fun. I'm gonna head out myself now. It's what I think. Yeah, 2:30 at night for me. So it's time to get some shut eye. So yeah, I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow. So I wish you all a good night or a good day, depending where you are. And yeah, we'll see you soon then.